Welcome back to another exciting episode of Legacy Made Clear with your favorite trust attorney and mine, Aaron Stringer. Aaron, how you doing today?
Doing well, having a good day so far.
Excellent. Things are going well over there at Red Cliff Legal.
They are, yeah.
So I have a question. I have some obstreperous people in my family. Now, obstreperous is a very hard word for me to say,
Yeah, that's a big one.
especially on a podcast. So tell me, how can I disinherit an obstreperous family member?
Yeah, let's bring on the drama. It's a great question.
Let's do it.
Um, yeah, so the answer is maybe. So you certainly can try to disinherit someone, and the biggest thing is who it is you're trying to disinherit. Um, if it's a spouse, then definitely bring it on the drama there. But you you probably can't. There are state laws in place that try to prevent that from happening. Um, but if you do have something like a prenuptial agreement or a postnuptial agreement, then in a way, each spouse is kind of waiving their rights to the other spouse's property if they were to pass away. So that's one way to do it. So it's more of you're agreeing to essentially disinherit each other through that agreement. So that's one way to do it.
So what if it's an obstreperous brother?
Yeah, so that's easier to do. Certainly, you can.
Oh, good. Let's do that one.
Yeah, yeah, definitely get rid of them.
Let's get rid.
So yeah, you can do that. The only in most relatives that are further from immediate family, it's more likely that it's not going to be a problem. Children is another that can be an issue, because they are a direct heir to your estate. The key there is, and this is probably whether it's a brother, a cousin, a child, anything. The great thing about using a trust is that you can provide an explanation in that trust as to why you're taking that action. So, without that explanation, it's very easy for that individual to come in and say, by law, I should be an heir. And there's no reasoning given. Therefore, I think I want to challenge it, and I want to see if I can still get something out of the estate. One thing about estate planning in general is, if you have that kind of feelings towards someone, you just want to be extra careful. So you want to go the extra step, do the planning in there. And there is what's called a no contest clause in most estate plans, whether that's a trust or a will. And what that states is that if someone was to challenge your trust or will, then if they are not successful, then they will not get anything. So if you say, I'm going to give $5,000 to this child, but that's all they get, they could challenge that, and if they lose, then they lose even that $5,000. If they win, of course, we'll see what the court says. But sometimes, it's better to give them a little something, even if it's less than the others, to provide kind of a disincentive to challenge the trust or the other or the will. Because if you give them nothing, then they have nothing to lose by challenging the trust. So that's one way we look at that as we design everything.
So, hypothetically speaking, let's say we set up the trust,
Yeah.
and I have a family member who has a track record of being a substance abuser. Can I put a condition in the trust that as long as this person remains clean for a specific amount of time, everything's cool? But if there's a relapse and he or she falls back into the substance abuse pattern, I can disinherit them. I can put a condition in there to alleviate any potential problems.
You can do exactly that. Yeah. So those are we call those behavioral conditions. So if it could be, drug abuse, alcohol abuse, gambling, another one. We don't want to just give them funds that they're then going to go to Vegas or whatever and just spend it all. So if the idea is that we're trying to set up our family to succeed, to build off of what we've already created for them, then it makes sense to put some conditions on there if you want to. that do exactly what you're saying. We want them what we've put together to go to good use, and that can include, if that individual is having drug abuse issues, alcohol abuse issues, then those funds can go towards treatment for them as well instead of directly to their pocket. So it's about helping them out, not just abandoning them. We can
Right.
also help them out.
All right. Well, that's really, really good to know. I'm sure there are some families that have that exact condition,
Yes,
especially nowadays. And it's good to know there's a way to protect all of the family members and even that particular person.
certainly.
Especially if they're gamblers, you don't want them flying off to some gambling haven and everything's gone.
Right. Yep. Just one party bus ride away from spending the whole inheritance.
That's
So
it. The party bus trust condition. Let's put that in
that's
there.
right.
So, Aaron, if someone has some questions, they'd like to get a hold of you for one of your free consultations. How can they do that?
Yeah, please give me a call. Phone number is 817, sorry, 435-817-9187. Or you can shoot me an email at astringer@redclifflegal.com. And you can find out more information at my website, theredclifflegal.com as well.
Great. We want to remind everybody to, if there's like additional information, basically to catch up on some of our past podcasts, they
Yeah,
can find you online. You've got a great YouTube channel called Legacy Made Clear. All of the podcasts are there, and soon everything's going to be uploaded to Spotify and all of the other podcasts. So be sure and check that out. Watch
awesome.
and subscribe. Tell your friends. And Aaron, thank you so much. We'll see you again next
Thank
time.
you. All right, sounds good.
Take care.